And I'm going to let you see me if my camera works. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen with you guys. So we're going to go to the classroom. If you want to log on to your classroom Canvas, you can do that. Okay, so everybody that logged in on their Canvas. Okay. So can everybody see my screen? Yes or no?
I can see.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So I ask that you keep your microphones muted so that we can make this video, with not a lot of sound in it. Of course, whenever I use this platform, my computer goes crazy, so it's kind of slow. So, however, I hope that it doesn't do this all night, but we'll get through it. Okay, so we're headed. We got into week 2, and week 1. It was kind of bumpy for some of you guys. Some of you guys had a lot of questions, and I understand that because when you're a first term student, you got lots of questions and you want to make sure you know how everything works. Okay, so we're going to go down here tonight to the second week. And before we start, I want to know how was everything going for you guys for the first week with the self-assessments and stuff like that? Anybody?
I got through it pretty well. I enjoyed going onto the med track and working through it with the book alongside it.
I agree. It was
All right.
fun being able to put the patients in and all. I liked it.
Mm-hmm. I like stuff like that too. And that's what you're going to be doing in the future. So this is a good simulation program, and we had another one in BCS 233, and I wish they would bring it back because it does benefits you guys to be able to do it and be able to put your hands on experience with putting the patients in, scheduling the patients, and being able to follow the different screens that you are told to go to. So I'm kudos to y'all. Good. Okay. So I'm going down here and we're going to talk about the midterm project first. This is like building your paper. So we're going to go here, click on here. And the main thing I get a lot of emails a lot with people saying, does it mean that we're supposed to do this or do that? When you read your instruction, read them thoroughly because I'm not going to always be there with you. But if you make a mistake, in which this is something they just built into this class, to give you a chance to do your sources. And so if I see things wrong, I can tell you and you can go back and fix it. So, of course, this is going to be the first part of your paper. And when I write a paper, and I'm usually writing 25-page papers. However, my reference list is going to be so enormous. But for you guys, since you're first term students, they're starting you out on the right track, and they're going to let you build your reference page first. Okay, so it tells you you have to select a topic between weeks 1 and week 3. So whatever topic, whatever chapter you've been reading, and you found a topic interesting between those weeks, excuse me, then you can use that topic. Over here, you're going to do a 1 to 2 page research essay or paper on that topic. And you go write it in your own words, which means that you cannot plagiarize. You cannot write the article word for word. You have to put it in your own words, what you read, and type it into your paper. Okay. You're going to have a title page, and you're going to have a reference page. They will be included in your paper. Okay, so if your paper gets to be, I mean, it says 1 to 2 page. If it's 3 pages or 4 pages, it's not going to blow my mind. Which okay, it says it has to be a total of 4 pages. So if it's a little bit over 4 pages, it's not going to blow my mind. I was like, well, they're persistent, and they're going over. I mean, they're doing it. So that makes me proud. Okay, so it says 3 academic resources. And so I'm going to open up my Word document. So it's trying to open it. This computer, it's not that old, but I have been on doing so much work on it. It's probably ready to go. Okay, so it'll come up here in just a minute. But while that's coming up, your resources, and now on the side here, this is what you need to be utilizing, because this is a lot of resources over here. So when you get down here where it says library catalog, Daymore library resources, those are the things you use to do your paper. Also, you can go to APA, because we use the APA style writing. So I'm going to show you how to fix your references in an APA style format. Okay, so it's trying to start the word. So we're going to do a blank document. Okay, so we're going to go back to this. And then we're going to go to the Daymore Library Resources. So we're going to click on that. And remember, every school that you go to have a database. Everybody use Research Project. I don't care what level education. The library resources is the best place for you to retrieve articles, journals, magazines, books to write your paper. And I've always built my reference page first, because that makes it easier for me to be able to go back into my main part of my paper to put the in-text citations, because not only do you have to use your references, if you're borrowing information from another resource, you have to have the in-text citations with it. For example, if you write a paragraph using my magazine, let's say I had a magazine, and it was called Anders Magazine. And so that you use for my magazine or journal, and you will say Anders, parentheses, Anders, comma, and so you say parentheses, Anders, comma, 2021, close your parentheses, period. And that's how you put your in-text citations. And we'll get into that later on during the term. Okay, so it's still loading. And you're going to scroll down here, and you can go to these different types of database services. or you can scroll down and use some of these. The main one that I always use is ProQuest Central because it has a lot of medical journals, articles, research, doctorate theses, and stuff like that. So I'm going to click on ProQuest Central. Okay, so this is your search engine. You can do a basic search, advanced search, publications, browse, change your databases that you want to use. If it's not this one that you like, you can always go back and choose another database to use. You don't have to just use ProQuest Central. This is where you search your articles, journal, magazines, whatever you're trying to find. And I always use the peer review uh, articles, journals, books, whatever, because the valid information in that article or whatever is more valid information. The data is more accurate. So we're going to use for my topic, it's going to be patient registration process. So I'm going to hit my enter button and see what it gives us. So it's thinking, and these databases have thousands of journals, articles, magazines, etc. So if you can see, when you see the little um, graduate hat there, it's telling you that it's a scholar magazine, journal, or whatever it may be. So that means that it's a good journal to use. So it came up with 110,021 results. I searched for full text and peer review. Down here it's telling me that there's 52 magazines, 65 journals, 39 conference papers, and one working paper. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to choose the three that I like the most. So we're going to start with number one, measuring patient and staff satisfaction before implementation of a paperless registration system. So we're going to click on that. And it's going to show me the article. Now, word of advice, if you choose an article that is too difficult to read, it's not for you to use. If you can't comprehend what it's talking about, then you don't need to be spending your time trying to research an article when it's not appealing to the audience, and the audience will be you. So I've always been told that as a writer, that when you write what you know and not what you don't know. So when you're choosing your articles, make sure they're satisfactory to what you know. Okay, so it's giving me the title. It's also giving me the author of the journal and all the other information. It was published in 2018. We do not want you to use journals more than 10 years old. So this should be fine. If you scroll through the article, you see that the computer has highlighted the registration medical terms or terms for you and patient, because that's what we searched. Also, you can come over here, and if you want to come back to it and just download the PDF to your computer, you can do that. If you want to email it to yourself, you can do that. If you want to just print it off, because if you're a type of person like me, I like to print off things sometimes so I can read them in my hand and then type or highlight or underline what I want to. Or this option gives you the option to save. So you can save to your Google Drive, Microsoft OneDrive. You can use EndNote, whatever you want to do. You can use these to save your article. or save my research. If you click on there, save my research, it's going to make a little folder for you. So every time you log in, it's going to make you create an account. And every time you log in, your folder will be full of your articles that you saved. And that's what I do. Or when I was going to school, I used to keep a folder full of research articles. So if I had to come back and retrieve them, I could. Okay, so we done found the article we want. So we're going to go use our citation tool. So you're going to click on the little citation button, and it's going to cite your article for you. So here it is in APA format, and that's good. You can also use these little tools down here to cite this, but we already have a feature here that we're going to use. So we're going to click on the copy button. So they copied it for me. And then I'm going to go back to my Word document. And I'm going to first type references. And I'm going to center it because I want it center. I always use Times New Roman because it's the standard format for the font when you write the paper. Hold on, let me highlight it real quick. And so Times New Roman. The font size is okay. You can go up to a 12 if you want to. But the latest would be a 10, 11, or 12 font. Okay. Okay, so you want to enter down. And so we're going to click on our little button here to take us back to the left side of our margin. And then we're going to right click and we're going to paste our little reference that we chose. Now everything is multi-space and we don't want that. So we don't want it too close to reference either. So we're going to hit enter one time. We're going to come to the side. Your first line of your reference page is never ever indented, but the second, third, fourth, etc. will be. So we're going to hit enter and we're going to tab over with the tab. And then we're going to hit enter again and tab over. And sometimes it'll tab over automatically for you. Now, this is our first article we chose. And remember, this article has to be, references has to be in alphabetical order. If it's not, you will be counted off because I'm telling you now to make sure that you have use ABC order, can't talk tonight, in your article. Do not number them. You don't have to number them. Okay, so now we're going to go back and we're going to have to choose us another article. We're going to click out this. We're going to go back to results. Okay, so we're going to hunt for another article that will look appealing to us about what we chose as far as our topic. Let's see. Okay, we'll just choose number 5. So we're going now you can click on the title and you can also click down here for the PDF style if you want it like that. You can also cite it down here. But to make it easier, I always go to the article because I want to read it right now. Okay, so it's showing me the article. Here's the full article. It gives the abstract. It also goes down to the body and talk about the name of the title, and then it gives me different information that I could be reading. Again, if it's too difficult to read, do not try to use an article that you don't understand because you got to present this and you got to be able to write this. So we understand there's the title, there's the authors, there's more than one author with this. And so we'll get into this in-text citation because there's a trick to this when we get ready to put our citations in our paragraphs and sentences. But tonight we're just going to do the references. So again, you can download to your computer, email, print, and the other options here. We're going to go ahead and cite it. And we're going to see that it's already APA style. If we wanted to change it to a different citation tool, we see here you can go down and choose different ones, but we're using the APA 6th edition. So we're going to copy. Then we're going to go back to our Word document. We're going to enter down, and then we're going to paste. So you see that it's not double spaced either. It's not in the right format. So we're going to bring this over, and then we're going to enter, tab, enter, tab, enter. Okay, so you see now it is in the format that it's supposed to be in. When y'all see your reference page, I need to see it looking just like this, because if I just see that you just put this title there, then that's a no-no. Okay, it's a no-no, and that's what I don't want to see. So now I'm going to go back to my database. I'm going to click out of this. I'm going to go back to my results. I'm going to choose a third article. Okay, so going down here, let's see if we can find something different. It's 5:30 p.m. Let's go grab a glass of water. And why don't you go wash your hands? That was crazy, wasn't it? Okay, let's see. And really, okay, let's choose number 14. Okay, so here we are with this article. It has a big title. It gives you also the authors from this this journal. Well, it'll probably load here just a minute. I don't know where the rest of it went to. However, we're going to go back in Cite because we already know what to do with those different icons. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to cite this journal. It's already in APA style. So I'm going to copy. And then I'm going to go back to my article. And then I'm going to enter down. And then I'm going to paste it. Bring it up a little bit. Okay, so we can see that this article is still not in the format. It is in the APA style format, but we got to edit it a little bit. So we're going to enter, tab, enter, tab, and then enter. Okay, so now we have our reference page. We got it where we want it, so we don't have to worry about coming back to it anymore, because the only time we're going to use this now is when we get ready to build our body of our paper, because we have to have these authors here in our in-text citation, because if you're writing from this article or writing from this articles, you got to give the author their credit or you are plagiarized, and that is a big no-no. Okay, so anybody have any questions about the references?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
No.
So I explained it. Okay, so I explained it well then.
Yes.
Yes, you did.
So, all right. So, all right. So we're going to go back over here to this tab, and we're going to look at the project. Maybe one day we will. Okay. So we're going to go back to the home button. Okay, so we're going to talk about the projects. Did everybody get their groups?
Yes.
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 Okay. All righty. So go back to home. Okay, so we finally got back to our page. We're going to scroll down here to week 2 again, and we're going to talk about the collaborative project. So I sent you all your group. You guys, this is going to be so good because when this comes together, you guys are going to be awesome. So when we get it to load, our instructions is going to tell us what these for you to do for the first part of the project. Of course, it gives you your scenario, and then you're going to use this piece that they had already embedded into these instructions to use. And if you click on the link, it's probably going to say access denied, but I always download it to my computer. That way I don't have to go through all that. But if you have any problems with it, just let me know, and I can just send it to you through email. It says to begin this project, you need to schedule your first group meetings to take place before your live class meeting next week. So how many people have scheduled your meetings?
Well, I've tried to, but there's so many people that haven't responded yet. Should we just go ahead and schedule a meeting for the people that have responded?
Yes. And those people, just tell me what group you're in, and I will respond to them immediately.
Group 1.
So send me, it's one person?
I think there's 4 that haven't responded, but I sent a message last night when I saw your email to us.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay. Well, just go ahead.
I was gonna say, should I give it a day or two, and then whoever hasn't responded, just give their names to you?
Yes, just give it overnight, and if they don't respond, just let me know because this has to be done. We only got 6 weeks, so this has to be done immediately,
Okay.
and no one can be left behind. So just let me know, and we'll take care of it.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. So of course the let me see if I can click on it and see. It says your practice has just purchased a MedTrack system as your new EHR vendor of choice to assist with the process. You're going to create a training presentation for staff on 10 key features used. You will create a narrative PowerPoint as the training. You can learn more about this project by selecting this link. So, of course, I have to download it because it's not going to open. So we're going to have to do that. And let's see if I can get it to open. And while this is trying to load, I will tell you also that if you're using other resources to make your PowerPoints, in your PowerPoint slides, you got to give an in-text citation for your PowerPoint slides, and you also have to do a reference page. So if you're getting the resources that you're using, not for the midterm paper, but this is for the project. If you're going to use a resource, then you need to build your reference page just like you would if it was in a Word document. This is so slow. Come on. Finally. Okay, so this is the document. I think I did include it as an attachment to your groups yesterday. It gives you the course outcome that are covered. Directions are down here telling you what you need to do. It gives you your follow the steps below to complete this assessment. The instructions apply to all your groups. And this would be 20% of the grade will be based on the feedback on your participation in the group from your group members. And then 80% of your grade is on the PowerPoint. So you do not want to not participate because that person will be counted off. Okay, so it gives you how many slides. So you're going to be doing 10 slides. You're going to have a title page, reference page. Like I told you, it's optional, but if you're going to use a reference, well, really the reference slide and the reference page is the same thing. Only thing it's going to be on the slide instead of a Word document. Each slide contains appropriate wording and images. Graphics are not required, but may be used if appropriate. So sometimes you can clip in a picture of someone in the billing office or something to make it more interesting. Be creative. You got the mind. Each slide contains narrations to fully explain the functions and content on each slide. At an introduction slide, at a conclusion slide, you finish. PowerPoint must be 12 to 13 slides in total. The final narrative PowerPoint is a minimum of 5 minutes in length. So whoever you choose to do the presentation, you have 5 minutes to present. Your group will work on this project together as a group. It will be up to your group to determine when and how to meet to discuss this project and who is responsible for which portion of the project. Your group should submit only one completed PowerPoint. Review the rubrics at the end of this document to see how your work will be graded. Okay, so it's just giving you tips how to use a PowerPoint. If you want to click on these to show you how to use a PowerPoint, if you never have made one before. Then it gives you some basic videos again. And I don't see here it is. Here's your rubrics. Now, this is how you use this. When it gives you the criteria for your rubrics, it's telling you what criteria must be met to get an A. So it said presentation includes 9 to 10 MedTrack functions that are explained accurately. Presentation includes numerous specific examples to explain the MedTrack functions. And that's how you'll be graded. So if you meet that, all this right here as it stated, then you will get the A. And it keeps going down until you get to a B or C, D, or F. So I know we're not going to have any Fs. Only Fs you're going to have is my name, which is Fanny, right? Well, we don't have no Fs. Okay, so then down here, you get your, also it's talking about the organization, how you present it, how you organize the slides, if they was easy to read, if it flowed well, you know, how all the facts came together, your spelling, your punctuations, your mechanics. That's how you will be scored as far as your organization of your presentation, and this is the content. Any questions about the rubrics? I would suggest that you print out the rubrics, or when you have your meeting, you and you bring this up, this particular file, you bring it up, and when you're in your meeting, you discuss the rubrics, and you tell your group members, this is what we have to meet in order to get a good grade on this presentation. Okay.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this week it said it's to schedule a meeting, but I noticed like through the weeks, it's different parts to it. So do we have until week 6 to get all of this together? Or I'm kind of confused on it. Or are we presenting?
The way this is that this will be your final project, so you're building this project. But in order to start, you have to have a meeting to discuss it, the first part. And you can do a draft of it. I mean, if you want to, tell us if I'm in the right direction or whatever, you can do that. But this is just the first part, telling you what it will consist of, and to build your team, and to just have a meeting to actually, talk about what I need to do.
So I
and
try
then the next week.
I'm sorry. So I try to get a hold of the people I was put with and schedule a meeting with them before next week, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
And if you have any problems, and you need me to be in your meeting, please include me in the link so that I can click on it and join you guys.
Okay.
All right. All right. Okay. So that make it clearer?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Uh-huh. Anybody else have questions? Anybody just scared to say something? Come on now. I'm not scary. Shelly, you have any questions?
Not yet. I'm just still getting the hang of it.
All right. Samantha, are you cool?
I had a question about the work. No, can you go in your potty quick? Okay, sorry. The chapter 11 self-assessment, did you still want that done for last week? Because I got confused. Did you want us to skip through in the book or just do everything?
Let me go back and look at it, because I didn't design this class. But I will tell you this. I will look at chapter 11, but remember there won't be a chapter 12. Okay, so in case anybody asks the question, we don't have a chapter 12, and you see a chapter 12 link there, just ignore it. There's no chapter 12.
Actually, I have a question about that too, because it's saying it's missing and it's late, but that's in week 3.
Okay, I'll go back and fix it.
I think the dates are wrong on it.
Okay. I mean, that's what I'm saying. That's why I really enjoy this class, because everybody do pay attention to things. And that's great. And I got a very good class this time. I'm so proud of you guys. So I'll go back after we finish and look at it and see what happened to the date, and then fix it. Okay.
Okay.
Kathy, did you have any questions? You look like you're so. Did you hear me, Kathy? Can you hear me? Okay. All right. Okay. Do you have any questions, Kathy?
Nope, I'm good.
Okay, good. Well, if Kathy's good, I'm good. All right. So everybody, you're awesome. If you need, like I said, including your meetings, please do. if you need me. I mean, you know, it might take me a little minute this week because of everything going on, but I will be in the scenes. Okay. So I want to thank you for coming tonight. And this has been recorded. And so I'm going to start recording now, and it should send me a note said I can send it to y'all if it stops recording, and then I'll put it in the announcements. Okay.